So a little while ago, I uploaded this patterned panel to the 3D warehouse. To be exact, this was in 2015, right there. And it came out of the instructions for the second edition of my book, Architectural Design with SketchUp, of course. And at the time, I made it using pure Ruby code. And that is, of course, still very valid, and you can very much do that, of course. But now I do have the Scale by Tools extension, where I package that code, and everybody can, use it a little easier. So I wanted to just recreate this panel, same thing, using that extension, just to kind of show you how that works. All right, so let's go over to SketchUp, and I'm going to start with the rectangle, and this was 6 inches by 6 inches, and so of course there we are. That's the start. Next, we're going to need those circles, and what I'll do is I simply create a circle with a 1/4 inch diameter to the side. So I'm going to make 1/8 of an inch right here. And I'm going to have to turn that into either a component or a group. It doesn't really matter, although it's really crucial that you get the axis correct. And that's a little easier to do in the component, so I'm going to just make it a component. You can name it whatever you want to, but like I said, setting the component axis is really crucial. Because by default, you'll see here the origin is placed off to the side, and that doesn't scale the circle properly, because we want to have an inside-out scaling, not just pushing it off to the side. So I'm going to need to pick the center, and if I hover over the edge of the circle, of course, I get to pick the center, and I can just triple click, and now my axis is placed there, and now I can just create this component right there. You can always double check components, of course, by double clicking on them and looking at basically the axes. But now we're pretty good. Okay, so now I can go ahead and move it to where I want it. Make a bunch of copies. Let's say 1/2 inch times 11. So then I got all those. Now we're gonna do the same in the other direction. 1/2 inch times 11. And then all I need to do is clean this up a little bit. It's most probably easier ways to creating a grid, but for now, this will do. Okay, so what do we have here? This is just a plane at this point. Right here, I didn't group the plane, and it's just my reference, as a matter of fact, because all I'm scaling are these guys here. Now these are components, and since they're components, they're scalable with the Scale by tools. Okay. I can actually highlight everything at this point, because when I go into the tools, and I'm going to go with the sine and cosine equation, then only groups or components will be considered. Everything else will be ignored. So I could have been a little more careful with the highlighting, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, so I know this is a cosine equation. So I'm going to make sure that we're going to go with uniform scaling. We're going to make sure that we have cosine selected here. And then you need to just play with the amplitude. So by default, I think it comes as an amplitude of 1 and a period of 1. I tried it out a little bit before this video, so 0.75 works just fine for my scale now. Of course, this has to do with the scale rather than anything else. And then in the third dimension, in the z direction, I don't have to have anything, because this thing doesn't have thickness. This is just 2D elements to be scaled. So in that case, these can be 0, and of course the offset can be 0. And then with all of these selected, I can just click on OK. And I've got my pattern. There you go. Of course, you can play around with this now. You could try something different, of course. How does this look as a sine wave? That's how it looks. So it's really up to you to find out any combination of numbers here. So also, if you're any of the values in one direction are different from the values in the other direction, that gives you an interesting pattern too, especially if one of them is double of the other. Okay, So now I've got this, but like I said earlier, I want to cut my panel again. So now I've got these laying, of course, on the panel. And as you know, anything in SketchUp, if it's in the same plane, it will cut. So I'm going to just simply highlight everything, right click, hit explode, and same as always, we've got intersections cut. All right, so now I can just highlight the outside, which is much faster than trying to highlight all of those circles. And I'm going to make a copy with move. I'm just going to place it over there. And this is really how I manually worked even in my older example from the code, because the code was basically just there to size these circles, and then everything else is manual basically. Anyways, and then I can do my 1/4 inch extrusion, and I can go ahead and make that now a group. And I'm pretty sure this is 3D printable because it has a volume. So that's the same panel, just a different method, and it's a great example for my scale by tools. And of course, you can use any of the other tools to scale things, by image and so on and so forth. That's completely up to you, but I just wanted to recreate that pattern that I had. All right, hope this was useful. Have fun with any of these tools, and enjoy working with SketchUp.